Qatar's richest queen. Few people in this world can afford the awe-inspiring and luxurious life that the current Queen of Qatar, Sheikha Moza bint Nasser Al-Missned, enjoys. As the wife of the former Emir of Qatar, Sheikha Moza has inherited an incredible fortune and has made headlines for her extravagant spending habit and lavish lifestyle. But what exactly does she spend her wealth on? From multi-million-dollar real estate investments to luxurious vacations, designer clothing and rare jewels, we'll explore the opulent world of Sheikha bint Nasser Al-Missned and uncover the incredible ways in which she chooses to spend her wealth. So sit back, relax, and prepare to be amazed as we take a closer look at how Qatar's richest queen spends her fortune. History and background of the Queen. Before we get into how the Sheikha spends her billion-dollar fortune, let's take a look at this woman's history because her rise to power and wealth is pretty phenomenal. Sheikha Moza bint Nasser is a member of the Al-Missned clan and was born on August 8, 1959 in the seaside city of Al-Khor in northern Qatar. Nasser bin Abdullah Al-Missned, her father, was a well-known businessman and opposition figure in Qatar under Sheikh Khalifa bin Hamad bin Abdullah Al-Thani, the former of Qatar. Nasser bin Abdullah Al-Missned was detained after making public calls in the early 1960s for a more equal distribution of wealth among the populace. Following imprisonment, he relocated his entire family to Kuwait and joined them after being freed in 1964. These circumstances led Moza bint Nasser to spend her formative years in Kuwait and Egypt before moving back to her country in 1977. She would later meet her future husband and the then crowned Prince of Qatar, Sheikh Hamad bin Khalifa Al-Thani. He was in charge of processing her family's return to Qatar, and little did he know that he would come to love the daughter of his father's enemy. The prince fell madly in love with her and proposed to her upon her return to Qatar in 1977. It was at this time she began pursuing a degree in sociology at Qatar University. The prince's father was not pleased with his son's decision to marry Sheikha Moza, but the love-drunk prince insisted. Although members of her family were not allowed to attend the wedding, Sheikha Moza married the crown prince in early 1977, becoming the second of his three wives, together with Maryam bint Muhammad Al-Thani and Noura bint Khalid Al-Thani. She quickly established a status for herself and gained more power than the other wives. She first lived a conventional life, giving birth to 7 kids between 1978 and 1991. During that time, she finished her studies at Qatar University with a degree in sociology. Subsequently, she graduated from Hamad bin Khalifa University with a master's degree in Islamic public policy. She also bagged a doctorate in humane letters from Virginia Commonwealth University. Now, this is one queen that knows her stuff. Sheikha Moza's husband overthrew the government of Qatar in 1995 when her father-in-law, Khalifa bin Hamad Al-Thani, the country's ruler at the time, was on vacation in Europe. Shortly after, the Sheikha started to play a bigger role in politics. Fashion and jewellery. Today, the Queen has risen to so much power and wealth that she is currently among the top 100 most influential women in the world, ranking around 76th on the list. She is also one of the most stylish women in the world, and this, along with some of her many philanthropic works, have earned her a huge following on social media. The Queen currently boasts more than 830,000 followers on Instagram. From Louis Vuitton to Harry Winston, the Queen loves and owns them all. She never lacks the most stylish clothes, and her incredible taste has made her a fashion statement. She sports exquisite turbans to cover her hair as an alternative for the hijab, which are always matched with her outfits. She actually has an amazing collection that features items from brands like Chanel, Hermes, Ralph & Russo, Stéphane Roland, Jean-Paul Gaultier, and Valentino, among others. With her status as queen, she helps grow local fashion houses from Qatar and even has her own brand known as Kayla. All of the company's items are inspired by the rich history and heritage of Qatar. She served as chairperson of the Fashion Trust Arabia, an award for fashion designers. Investments. This queen converted her love for fashion and luxury goods into a lot of money. It is rumoured that Sheikha Al-Missned is the one behind the Qatar royal family's acquisition of Harrods for an incredible $1.7 billion. Oh, did we forget to mention that the Queen is worth $15 billion and her position as the Queen Mother of the Emir provides her unrestrained access to the family's $335 billion fortune? Sorry about that. Now you know, so we can get into how wealthy this lady is. Still on the Sheikha's fashion lifestyle, did you know she is the owner of the luxury leather goods company Al-Thani? She also acquired Valentino for $857 million. How crazy is that? As expected from a queen of her class, Sheikha Moza Al-Missned only wears haute jewelry, meaning only the finest jewelry. Although she owns an expensive collection from each of these companies, she frequently demonstrates her preference for large names like Cartier, Van Cleef & Arpels, Harry Winston, Buccellati, David Webb, Diamond Diadem, and Chitila when choosing which jewelry brands to wear. Above all, she draws global attention with her modest yet stylish attire. She is truly a queen to behold. Real estate portfolio. You've probably heard of Sheikha Moza's acquisition of 1, 2, and 3 Cornwall Terrace. Yep, the Queen bought 3 luxurious mansions in Cornwall Terrace, London, for around $191 million. What's crazy is that Her Highness decided to combine all 3 mansions into one mega mansion with palace-level decor, furniture and materials. We're certain that when the Queen is not enjoying life to the fullest in one of her family's palaces, she comes to Cornwall Terrace to enjoy that feeling of home but away from home. The mega mansion sits on more than 14,000 square feet of land. At that size, it comes with 17 bedrooms, beauty treatment rooms, lounges, indoor pools, and all the most wonderful things you can imagine. Aside from the house in London, Sheikha Moza also owns properties in Paris, Italy, and of course Qatar. She also has investments in luxury hotels, resorts, and even tech startups. Sheikha Moza is not only beautiful, but she is also incredibly brilliant and caring. Philanthropy. Sheikha Moza bint Nasser is a philanthropist and is incredibly popular for being heavily involved in an inspiring number of philanthropic efforts primarily focused on child education, women's rights, and children with special needs. She is also known for her numerous philanthropic efforts and initiatives both within Qatar and around the world. One of Sheikha Moza's most notable philanthropic initiatives is the Qatar Foundation for Education, Science and Community Development. Founded in 1995, the foundation aims to promote education, scientific research and community development in Qatar and beyond, just like its name suggests. Under Sheikha Moza's leadership, the foundation has established numerous educational institutions and programs, including the Qatar Science and Technology Park, the Qatar Academy, and the Qatar Leadership Academy. She is also a UNESCO Special Envoy for Basic and Higher Education and has been a strong supporter of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. She has also worked to improve access to education and healthcare in other countries, including through the establishment of the Educate a Child program, which aims to provide education to millions of children around the world who are currently out of school. An indisputable queen. When she's not putting smiles on the faces of little children, Sheikha Moza likes to show off her more extravagant side. The Queen is often seen driving only the most expensive and exotic cars. In her collection, the Queen has Ferraris, Bugattis, Lamborghinis, the entire lot of them. You name it, she has it. When she's not driving, the Queen has access to the Qatar Emiri flight, which caters to the flight needs of every royal and senior government official. Qatar Emiri flight runs a fleet of 15 aircraft, including some really expensive ones like the Boeing 747-8s, which are worth around $400 million. Last but not least, the Queen enjoys relaxing on one of the family's many million-dollar yachts. From the Qatar to Al Lusail, the Queen has access to some incredibly luxurious yachts. Sheikha Moza bint Nasser Al-Missned is a remarkable woman who has made significant contributions to the field of education, philanthropy and social development in Qatar and beyond. Her luxurious lifestyle, while impressive, is just one aspect of her story. A story of hard work, dedication and a commitment to making the world a better place. If you enjoyed this video, then check out this next video on the luxurious lifestyle of the Qatar royals. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe.